Okay, what happened here? Somebody put a single pole switch in here, hoping it would work as a three-way switch, but it doesn't work that way. You gotta have a three-way switch. So we'll take this single pole switch out of here. And here's the wires we have. Okay, so here's the black feed wire. I'm going to just put these off, start from ground zero. See, a single pole switch only has two screws, and a three-way switch has one screw on this side, the common, and the other screw here. So you have a common and two traveler wires. Take this off, we'll get a nice clean connection here. So these are the twist and lock connections here. So we don't have to strip them very long. So we'll strip with our 14 gauge hole. Make sure our ends are nice and straight, like that. This is our black one that's live from the power. You can see it's coming from the 12-2. So we'll make sure our strip length is good. We'll strip that a little longer there. We have the ground wire in here, so we got to hook that up to our green screw if we can. We'll just use this black wire here, but we'll strip it down and we'll save our switch, not to throw it away. So the ground wires out here. Let's hope we can get it. I used a very small wire nut, so we're going to go up in size here. Again, it's very short, so let's do the best we can. So we'll just line them up even like this here. Take our wire nut in here. I don't want to break that off. Okay, we have our whites together, which is good. Let's push this back. We'll take our new switch. we'll put our, we'll do our ground wire first. We'll make our loop the direction our screw turns. And we'll put it around our green screw here. Always put it around the screw the direction the screw turns. And we'll tighten it. There we go. Now we have this yoke grounded. This is our power source here, so we put one traveler wire under this terminal. This is a twist and lock pressure plate type of a terminal. So we'll get under there like that. Make sure we don't get our insulation under the pressure plate there. That's the way we run it, like that. Make sure it's tight. Okay, now we'll flip it over this way. Now this is our common, so we're going to take our live wire from our 12-2, put it in that one there. Make sure we tighten it down nice and snug. And we'll put our red one into this terminal here. Make sure we don't get our insulation under the pressure plate. There we go. Make sure we don't get our insulation under the pressure plates there, and our terminals are tight. Okay, now we... What? Just a minute, I'm putting a switch in the wall. Just about done. Make sure our ground wire is down away from everything. There we go, there's our cover fits on here. There we go. Okay, so this is the second three-way switch here. So we'll take it out. Now I know the white wire is the one that's going to the light. I'm going to save my little shim so when I screw this new switch back in, so it's flush on the box. So there's our other traveler wire right here. And we'll just put them off with a nice clean connection. I'm going to see if I can get a ground wire tail in here. If I can't, I can't, but if I can, I will. Sometimes you just can't. So here's our ground wires here. have a piece of 18 gauge wire here we can use for a ground. And we're around our screw with one, and we'll go in our wire nut here. Okay, so put the yellow one on here. Let's see if it's going to hurt. Nope, so we're going to have to go to the orange one. So we'll just take this orange one off of this here. So we'll just get them lined up even like this. Yeah, we'll tighten up. I don't want to tighten too much because the copper is kind of brittle. I don't want to break it. Push our wires back into our box here. This is going to be our ground wire for the other switch. So we'll strip our wires here. And just nice and straight there. Okay, so this white wire is the one that goes to our light, so that's going to be our common. So we'll put it under our common terminal like that there. And so our copper comes down all the way through. Make sure it's nice and snug. Okay, now we'll put our two traveler wires in the other two terminals here. Make sure our copper is up all the way and under the pressure plate. And we'll flip it over here. We'll get our other traveler wire and bring this ground wire down. We'll get our other traveler wire into the other pressure plate here. I'll screw this other switch back in. Okay, away here. We'll put our other traveler wire under this terminal here. And make sure I don't get my insulation under the pressure plate. So it's like that, and our copper comes up to the end here. Now we'll stick our ground wire on a green screw. I just used a very light gauge wire because it's older wiring of 18 gauge wire for the ground. So we stick this wire around our screw here. There we go. Now we can push this back into our box. Put the end back this way. Now these plasters reach up here on the paneling, so I don't have to put the shims behind it. I'll get it on the center of the part there. So we are all set. Peace. Thanks for watching. Okay, now we'll turn our circuit breaker back on. The light goes on. And both switches work.